hi, nerd glasses. You wanna play a game?
I only have this cool game for attractive people.
Yeah, I'm not attractive.
Well, that may be the case, but Foxley sure is.
I'm a she-her.
And
That's Talen Lee.
I'm a he/him. This is Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People. It's a 5-episode episodic game from Telltale, who made episodic games such as the Telltale episodic games everyone's really sad about when Telltale finally had its final episode and got shut down. This game is currently not available for purchase anywhere, so you should steal it.
Well, that's actually really sad.
It is, isn't it? Because this game, unironically, whips.
Look, there's not a lot of parts of early mid-2000s internet culture that aged well, but I firmly believe HOMESTAR RUINER is among them.
Yeah. Well, with no further ado, because we're going to be explaining a lot of stuff, shall we play the game?
Yeah, let's go on an adventure.
Warning. A musical number will play at the beginning of this cutscene. Set aside some time to be prepared for the musical number.
Rhino feeder.
Just grooving a little.
I was dreaming about muffins. I wake up every morning feeling awesome. Even though I slept on the remote again last night.
You can't see me lip syncing.
Time to tear
Nope.
up another day.
Or like seat
This
dancing,
combat
rocking
freaks
out.
away. Like an imploding star, like a burning car. My style shines so bright. Please
I do love the high five
try
on the clap.
to handle my style as you can. No, you can't. Handle my style. Seriously, quit trying to handle my style unless you're a lady. Then you're cordially invited to have a giant slice of my style. I'm gonna check my email. I'm gonna check my what? Dear Strongbad, I've got a question. If you hate Homestar so much, why don't you just beat the snot out of him? Are you chicken or something? Confust, NEM, Frenchtown, California. First of all, I don't think a Frenchie like yourself is in
Frenchtown
any
in
position to be
California.
calling anyone
I didn't notice that before.
Comprendez-vous, cordon bleu? Secondly, I'm pretty sure I don't want to beat the snot out of Homestar. I mean, have you ever listened to the guy? He's
Fox
obviously got a
says that
lot
this
of
aged well.
gunk up there.
First thing that happens.
probably handle
Weird thing
being the
about
car,
ladies and a
the
French are
stuffing,
cowards
or
joke.
the-
Okay, he's not putting his best foot forward.
I bet I could find Homestar down at Coach Z's track, running in place or something.
So, for those of our audience who aren't terminally millennial, who's this guy, Talen?
Yeah, I talk in a lot of my other channel material about the idea of games and their approach. How does a game get you in the door? What does a game do in its opening to get you included? And the fact is, if you don't already know who Strongbad is, this game has done dick nothing for you.
What the fuck did I just see?
Exactly. This is Strongbad. He's a WrestleMans who, in the early Flash animation days of the internet, had a very successful show answering emails. And unlike the characters of, like, Foamy the Squirrel, never at any point seemed to just dive off into a deep end of blaming women for why he doesn't get enough sex.
Emails are a thing that we used to use before we decided that we should just communicate with everyone in publicly accessible video formats.
To be fair, emails are a thing that the youth do know about.
It's a joke, Talen.
And I was doing another joke. You see, it's
Oh,
building on the bit. But okay. No, it's okay.
That's fine. No, go ahead.
No.
This has been paused the whole fucking time.
Who would make jokes about emails in the year of our Lord? Yeah. So, this is Strongbad. He is a very particular kind of guy. And unfortunately, the kind of guy he is, in a way, is like a little bit me. In that he's someone who learned to use the internet instead of having a personality.
Strongbad is kind of a bully and kind of a villain, but he's the kind of villain who rightly corrects people on their terrible spelling and how much of a loser they are, and he's into retro computing technology, so we can't help but kind of like him.
Though also, he doesn't think it's retro computer technology.
No, that's also
He thinks it's the coolest and newest thing.
That's because he's sort of weirdly old.
Yeah, that's one of the details about this whole franchise that I love, in that this is a very millennial thing, in that a lot of people who are now in their 40s saw this when they were teenagers and it like permanently deformed their brains. Our brains.
Yeah.
But the people who made it, the brothers chaps, are just a little bit older. So if you ever if you've ever been in a long argument with me about internet culture, remember there is a forking road where the word homes starts, and on one side, the good side with castles and whatnot, you get Star Runner, and on the other side you get Stuck. This is what happened to me instead of Homestuck.
That's a great description, actually.
Yeah.
It's a critical differentiator between
I put up
early
that
millennials
sign,
and late
but
millennials.
The stupid walls are still loafing all the time.
By the way, because of just the nature of the timing of this thing, we aren't going to be trying to avoid running over the dialogue. So if you're really caring about the jokes, you should be paying attention. We have the subtitles on, and I'm going to be avoiding clicking through stuff that we haven't already seen.
Today's the day I finally give Homestar his long overdue pummeling.
It's also an unusual case of us playing a game on this series where both of us
Check this out.
have played it and remember it pretty well. I'm so glad they
I
put that.
sometimes get tired of that.
So right there, that is the kind of thing about this game's sense of humor and the entire Star franchise that like works for me so well. The very familiar delivery of familiar lines which are incorrect in a way that sometimes reveals a greater truth.
It's a sort of bait and switch cliche.
Hey, Strong Sad, you in there?
Yes.
Come on, let me in. I just want to punch you a few hundred times.
Not interested.
This is Strong Bad's little brother, Strong Sad, who's very big, and he's kind of an intellectual indie poetry, effeminate, wheezing, unsportsmanlike nerd, and a general loser who exists to be bullied by other people, but also he kind of brings it upon himself because he kind of sucks.
Yeah, one of the problems of... We'll talk more about Strong Sad in a later chapter because he doesn't actually show up much in this one.
No.
But suffice to say, put a big bunch of asterisks when we say stuff aged well, because when it comes to talking about Strong Sad, kind of doesn't. Alright. Also, one of the fun things about this is the first time anyone bothered officially to document anything like what the Strong's house is like.
I guess so. I mean, we see a lot of it around the place.
But always in disconnected bits for the sake of bits.
For the sake of bits.
Let's see. Okay, so Strong Mad's not in the house right now. Just having a quick roam around, just to look at the place. Ooh. This is Strong Mad's room, which is really funny because I would have thought that the laptop lived in his room, but no. The Strongs are of the level of financial largesse where they have a dedicated computer room. Further underscoring,
I can't wait to beat the snot out of Homestar.
these people
I should
are
sell
from the
tickets.
70s, not the 80s.
I really like the
Alright,
weird and
the
curious
tarantula
dynamic
black
that
metal
these,
detector.
they live
And
like
sell
adults.
Like 500
Yeah.
magazine
They are
subscriptions
housemates,
to get this baby, but
living in
it's
a
only
house,
worth it to
paying
be able to
bills,
shoot
having no
radioactive
particular
positrons
obligations
into
to
the
go to
Earth's
school or
crust
anything
in
like that.
search of rusty
But they also have the
predators.
dynamic of kid brothers, right?
Yeah. And further complicating that is that they refer occasionally to school life and their and to their parents, which just further wrangles the whole narrative. It's great.
The Luxa Lounger is even more
Just gotta
comfortable
flip a
in
chair
its
open for no particular
ridiculously
reason.
overextended
Yeah, it's one of the
mode.
things I love about this particular genre. Like, I've talked about this before. Simon the Sorcerer is my usual go-to example because the main character is a 12-year-old boy, which kind of is what Strong Bad is. Where you don't need a good reason for any of the adventure gamey interactions that your character does. Like, why did I put green dye in the fountain? I don't know. Thought it'd be funny. And then it turns out to be a solution for a puzzle later on. A lot of stuff Strong Bad does, he doesn't need a good justification for why he does that.
It does make more sense with Strong Bad than most adventure game characters, because he is here to cause mischief.
Yeah, he's just neat. He's just randomly and miscellaneously wicked.
Unlike, say, Guybrush Threepwood, who is here to be a pirate, and does a lot of, like, nonsensical random stuff that gets people hurt without intending to hurt people.
In a very funny way.
The Strong Bad wishes you comedic harm.
The loneliest goat sees the last sunset last. That's a horse.
So let's talk about deforming our sense of humor permanently.
Yeah, I love that one. That's lodged in the old brain permanently. Hey, go downstairs.
All right. Because, like, you don't know... For this one, you don't have to go downstairs for much.
No, but you don't establish that it's there. Plus, I wanted to introduce our audience to the cheat.
Uh-huh.
Who is a... this is the cheat. He's a weird little pet friend,
Lackey.
who lives in the same house as these three brothers, but despite being no relation, and has a successful career as a web developer and video editor. But for some reason also is here and is Strong Bad's, I'm gonna say hench. Sidekick. Partner in
Look
crime.
at that thing over there.
Who also exists to get abused by Strong Bad. But it's okay, because he also kind of sucks.
Yeah. We get occasional translations of what the cheat has to say, and
She's kind of a douche.
I also love one of the things that the brothers chaps do that I really love is their appreciation of and replication of a particular era of branding and iconography. Like, these pennants are absolutely amazing to me.
You are a big fan of slightly crap things.
Yeah, and I mean, like, a lot of my art and a lot of my shirt designs, for example, are trying to replicate a style of branding,
Yeah.
introducing a new idea. Like, Mediocre Institute, the Flying OKs. And I'm pretty sure Flying OKs is in a Comic Sans alike.
I believe it. I can't really tell from here, but
How
you're
you
probably
doing
right.
in there, the cheat? Hey, do you kiss your hot mom with that mouth?
That's a really good encapsulation of this dynamic, yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, right. If you've never actually seen Homestar Runner, that dragon Trogdor is probably the only thing you've heard of.
Yep. But don't worry, we can't do anything with this game in this game, so we're moving on. Also, no, the cheat's out of the dry, out of the dry
Yeah.
now. He's fine.
This is just enrichment for him.
Yeah, pretty much. It's very much a Looney Tunes style universe in scale of, like, the permanence of things.
Even more so than normal in this game.
In order to make it so the adventure game elements of this game work and
If
are
I
very
hurry over
forgiving,
to Coach Z's
so there's no
track,
permanent
I can
failure
pummel
states.
Homestar
There's a lot of things
and
that
still
just
be home in time to burn
reset
melty
or are
things.
infinitely repeatable to make sure you've got a chance to do things.
Yeah.
And that does mean that in some things, like the timing of some cutscenes can get a little ropey and
no.
weird, but, you know,
That's not a big deal. They're gonna lampshade it for you.
yep.
Checking my snail mail, checking my snail mail. What's this? I'm ready for the big heist.
The graphics are also, it has to be said, kinda ropey.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
think
based
I'll
on a
put it in
Flash
my
game, so they
fancy
weren't trying to
schmancy
achieve high art or
trans-dimensional photo
anything.
booth
But
wardrobe.
I do find it interesting, like the outline on the cel-shaded stuff, just like clipping away from the background kind of thing.
Now, what I will say, hey Fox, what was the hardware this game was originally designed for?
Oh, this was, well, PC Talon, the greatest gaming console ever. And the Wii Virtual Console.
Yeah. So this was not made for Powerhouse Systems, and what was the original resolution?
Oh, sorry, not Wii Virtual Console, WiiWare.
Yeah, but you know, roughly the same thing.
Yeah. I assume the original resolution was... Well, I mean, look, the Wii could do HD.
Yeah, it didn't.
If you
For
got
this.
the cable that it didn't come with, that you could only buy a third-party one of.
Yeah, this is native resolution of 600 by 400. Now, the fact that it looks this good scaled up is a testament to the
It's
joy
a testament to the simplicity of cell shading, really.
and a virtue to stylization in
Oh.
3D modeling.
Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely.
All right, time to engage the map so I can watch Fox squee over her favorite detail out of this whole game franchise.
Realism is a disease.
Let's see. Now, where should I put the track on my map?
You best map system ever!
All right, Fox, why don't you talk for a moment about why you love this
She
map system
forgot
so
about
much?
this, but... Okay, so look, one of the problems you get in a game like this is that people are way too into lore, and in this case, lore doesn't mean, you know, enjoying the thing and knowing stupid, pointless details about it. Lore means pinning down every element of mystery like a butterfly onto a page so you can extract all the joy from it and document it properly on Wikipedia. And I love very much that the map I'm just going to continue, thank you. I love very much that the map system of this game is basically anti-canon.
Yeah.
Right? Because it doesn't fucking matter whether Bubs' track is like east or west. Sorry, Bubs' concession stand is like east or west of the Strong House, right? That's nobody cares.
It does not matter.
If there was an answer to that, the world would be worse.
Uh-huh.
So, just put that shit wherever you think it goes.
And now?
Yes!
I love that they animate him drawing it.
Best map system ever. I love it. Who's this clown?
Alright, well, here we have the main character of HomestarRunner.com, the Homestar Runner. Some say that he is a terrific athlete. Homestar was originally designed to be a children's book protagonist as part of his earliest genesis, where the brothers chaps seeing the way children's books were being made at that period, which for all I know is mid-90s, were like, man, these things suck, we could do a better one. And they made, I think it's Homestar Runner Goes for the Gold, which was I think the first Homestar book, which then proceeded to get forgotten about entirely. Then, when they were making and dicking around with flash animations in their college years, they wound up saying, why don't we use those designs from our children's book? And they made a snarky... Basically, this is the snarky, satirical parody of a children's property that never existed.
You're doing the whole fucking backgrounder on this series.
Yeah, I love the Homestar Runner franchise.
Okay, but who's this in particular?
This is the Homestar Runner. Some say he is a terrific athlete.
And he's a huge bozo.
He is an immense bozo.
He's like an all-American hero, which means he's thick like custard, but good at sports, and inexplicably popular with ladies.
Yeah, Homestar follows a rule for all things in this universe, which is to say, whatever positive traits he has, they are all filtered through a complete dingus.
And is, of course, the main nemesis and regular subject of bullying by Strong Bad. But don't worry, because he does suck.
Yeah. Shall we now continue?
Yeah, let's do.
All right, Homestar. I'm not sure why this never occurred to me before, but some French guy said I should beat you up. And I tend to think he's right. Put up your dukes.
We didn't talk much about how Strong Bad emails actually worked, did we? Which is to say, an endless sea of fans trying to be funnier than the people who were professionally writing comedy.
Yeah.
So, over time, the first ones were quite sincere, or possibly just random spam, but they increasingly, as people got more invested in the show, became more and more about the person trying to be funny, and Strong Bad making fun of that.
You know the way that all the people who send questions to the McElroy brothers are secretly in their heart of heart auditioning to be asked to come on the show?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is the my brother and me of the past. I gonna tell
Oh
my
my
kids.
God!
Gonna tell my kids this is what the McElroy brothers look like.
There's three of them.
There's three of them, which unfortunately, if he's in the middle, makes Strong Bad the Travis.
We've cracked this code.
All right then. And also note, I came up, I threatened Homestar, and he immediately got distracted. The conversation is no longer about beating him up.
Oh yeah, that's Homestar.
A race? You mean like a race? Race?
You haven't heard about the Free Country USA triannual race to the end of the world? It's only the coolest and most important sporting event in the
That
history
name
of
is
sporting events I'm
so
about to compete
Homestar.
in ever.
It's such a
A
perfect
race,
expression
eh?
of
You
that.
know, beating
You
you
know,
in a race would be
I got
as
lost
much
in the middle of
fun
this
as
sentence,
beating
and
you
now we're
sentence.
stuck with it, kind of thing.
I'd like to see it try, Strong Bad.
It's
I've
got a
been
bit
trading
of
my
that
twist off for
improv
weeks
air
now.
to it. Of
Besides,
well, someone
one
said
Ben
that,
promised
and
me a
now
big victory
the
party
only
after I win.
funny choice in comedy is to keep saying the full name every time.
Yeah, you got to put a button on it.
Yeah.
Now, here is one of the things that can be a bit off-putting about this franchise in general, which is it is incredibly deeply memey. Like, just in that line of exchange, Homestar said, I've been training my tweets off. That's a thing he used in one joke ad from 10 years ago. Well, actually, no, more like 15 years ago now. Which doesn't come up. Well, he doesn't say that regularly, but now in the game, they're able to, hat tip to this one video if you saw it.
You are correct, but here's the other thing. It was random when he said it the first time as well.
Yeah.
So
You
it's kind of just the same joke.
You don't need to know what a tweet is.
Yeah. Part of the point
Did
is to go,
someone
what the?
say
Yo, what?
Twatty?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, yes.
Deliberately
Deliberately mangling of pronunciations as
cake
well.
jugglers and balloon manimals and
And
Balloon
why was
manimals.
I, Lord High Awesome Party, occasionally known as Strong Bad, not invited?
You should keep a Strong Bad nickname counter.
Velocipede likes you very much.
Whisperingly, I don't think... saying aloud, whisperingly. Hmm?
Your elbow is in the way of my subtitles again.
Oops.
Sorry, I was trying to do it quietly so you wouldn't have to do a cut.
That's okay. No cuts here. We live and die like animals.
Oh no.
Come on. That party'll be deader than a million doornails without me.
I'll see if I can get you on the list.
You know, I bet I could win this race.
That's cute. Keep dreaming, tiny legs.
All this race talk has intrigued me. I believe I will postpone your
See,
bubbling.
it can't be
for now.
full-on bullying
Bubbling.
if the other guy's also just a douche
Hold
to
on.
you.
Yeah.
I gotta take this.
Well,
Yes,
Homestar
my
thinks he's
bad.
the main character in a
Yes.
kid's book.
Yes.
He's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes? No. Yes. Yes. I miss you
That
too,
barn.
Puddin' Sack. See you
Puddin'
after the
sack.
race. Bye.
Like, as far as
Girlfriend
nice
troubles.
things to call your
Not
partner.
me, bro.
Puddin'
Mine's
sack.
just one of my
That's a
opinion
very
on decorations.
selective
And the cake
term of
juggalos,
affection,
and the
right?
pride
Like,
of
you gotta have a
Roland
specific
Toadweasel,
partner to be okay
and
with that.
Pardon me. I'm off to the locker room to reacquire my game face.
I don't mind being a pudding sack. But if you ever just pudding, I would have to beat you.
It's true. It's true. You've basically got to be dating a goblin.
Homestar's
And I'm not doing
cell
it.
phone is finally mine.
I married a goblin.
Now
Well,
I can
yeah, we-
change all his
I don't think
speed
we've ever
dials.
dated.
Ooh, ha, ha.
Alright. Is there anything in that speaker?
Hey, I think there's something wedged up in Coach Z's no-fi speakers. Or maybe it's a sunspot.
Now, this is also one of the things that you get in this particular game, which is there's a bunch of just random crap you can find in the world and try to interact with that's not relevant to the actual thread of puzzles that finishes the game.
Oh, right, yeah, since they want you to just be poking around and making mischief the entire time anyway.
Yeah, and that gives them more room to put in jokes. It lets them extend the game. The game has a New Game Plus mode where you get to go dicking around finding stuff. But also, crucially, it means that there is stuff that can divert you from the main puzzle that then is self-contained. Like, you might struggle to find and get this thing out of this speaker, and I don't even know if I can get it at this point, but it isn't going to stop you from finishing the story while it is also presented there as a thing to throw you off the scent of the main story. It's an interesting balance to strike with a point-and-click adventure game, because the worst versions of them are just a linear sequence of use this and this and this and this and this and this in a sequence of keys and doors. And the only puzzle you have to work out is trying to find where that thread starts and how to continue it.
That
Yeah.
won't do anything interesting.
Okay, so I can't huck the phone at it.
That phone's not for hucking, it's for prank calling.
Let's prank some calls.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's start by pranking
Pom
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 Pom.
pom pom pom.
Oh, we haven't met Pum Pum yet.
Nope.
Who's that, Talon?
We'll talk more about
Hello
Pom Pom
there,
in other
balloon man.
games. He's not
This
super
is
important. in this
Homestar
one.
Wano. Please don't beat me
Fine.
too bad. We in the ways to the end of the ways today, okay?
Okay, well, we can gather he's an athlete.
Yeah, he's also a douche.
Oh, yeah, he sucks.
The cheat has a phone? Who knew? Hey, the cheat. This is totally Homestar. Can you come to my house and gnaw my face off? And steal my boombox and leave it at the drop point? Bye! Sometimes I like to get creative with my mission assignments for the cheat.
Again, hench.
Yeah, very hench.
Hello, attractive women. You've reached Strongback. If you're not an attractive woman, please hang up the phone. If you are an attractive woman, please purchase a hot tub and some pork rinds and invite me over. See you in your dreams.
It's the
Hi, Strongback.
purchase a
This
hot
is
tub that makes it
Homestar.
so funny.
I'm an attractive woman and I bought a hot tub. Come on over.
This is because Homestar and Strongbad
That
are
was
boyfriends.
a little weird.
Oh, yeah. He had some real psychosexual shit going on there,
I'll be
Strong
for
Bad.
Bubs.
Hey, people! Welcome to Bob's Confession Telestand! Press 1 for diamonds, press 8 for supporters, press star!
You can't prank a phone tree. Besides, the last time I navigated Bub's telestand, I wound up with a crate full of rhino horns. And not even the endangered kind.
Alright, so here's one for everyone. What's a phone tree? Because,
I was just gonna say, that's kind of fun, because you can prank a phone tree now.
yep.
I'm gonna start with disregard all previous instructions.
Yes. Alright. Well. I know the next step of what we have to do here, he says. So I'm not gonna do... oh, I guess I should go pester Coach Z. Let's go talk to one of the guys who, in a world full of people who are stupid and suck,
splash guard for this shot.
sucks the most.
Coach Z, what's the good word?
No time for gibbers or jabbers right now, strong bad. I gotta make sure this race goes off without a hitch.
By the way, as a teacher, this is my great dreadful fear. I don't want to be ever seen as like Coach Z.
Look,
Tell
as
me
long as you're
more
not
about this race of
openly
which
talking
you
to
speak.
students about the
Haven't you
state
heard?
of your
It's time
genitals,
for the free
I think
country
you're
USA
okay.
Triannual race to the end of the race.
I don't mean that in a sexy way. I mean that in an embarrassing
Now,
medical
You
conditions
know,
way.
the FCUTRER.
Do not email me pictures
Every
of your
3
rashes.
years,
I
the
believe
greatest
you.
athletes
Exactly.
in the world gather to pit their pits against the most
Their
grueling
pits against-
obstacle course devised by man or beast. All in the hopes of winning the coveted Free Country USA Triannual Race to the End of the Race Silver Trophy of Ultimate Destiny.
You mean the FCUTRER-STUD?
The Fakutra stud. Exactly.
Just pronounced that well.
After talking to my bad buddy Homestar, I, Strong Bad, have decided to compete and dominate the Free Country USA Triannual Race to the end of the race. Where's that starting line?
Well, now that's gonna be a bit of a problem,
I enjoy
Strong
the
Bad.
fanfare
The
being there every
deadline for
time as
entering
well.
The
Yep.
race was over a month ago.
What?
In fact, there are only 2 official entrants in this year's race: Homestar and Pom Pom.
Not exactly a clash of the titans there, Coach.
Yeah, maybe we should have put up some flyers or something.
So a flyer is a thing that used to be a piece of paper that people would put in public spaces, which is what we used to have before they made everything into a suburb.
I didn't realize where you were going with that.
There's some Not Just Bikes propaganda, but also, bonus, if you're a Locked Tomb fan, there are references to Strong Bad in the Locked Tomb.
You're just running back and forth every time you talk.
I know, I'm trying not to leave
You
the
can only
zone.
do one thing at once.
Alright, fine. Let's
I've
go
got half
bother
a mind to go over to
Mark's bad.
Marzipans and give her a piece of the rest of my mind about not inviting me to her sucko party. But where should I put her house on my map?
Immediately and directly next door, right?
Once again, the use of cliches. The curveball cliche, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, real quick.
I don't know much about shrubbery, but I know an unclipped red-headed step hedge when I see one.
Alright, Fox, your turn.
My
Who's
turn.
this bozo?
Ah, this is Marzipan. She's, look, of all the things about Homestar that age well, it's not particularly great with girls, but that's mostly because they have one girl.
Yeah.
And she has the personality of every lone girl in a cartoon from the 90s ever. A boring scold.
Yeah. There is a whole cartoon they did about why just one girl, in which they basically admit the woman who does the voice for Marzipan can do one voice, and she doesn't care about doing other voices, and they don't want to bother her with more. This is an extremely in-house project.
I do think there's a good argument to be made of, I don't think it would be funny for one of us to do a voice. Mm-hmm. To do a girl voice. So, you know, look, it's a complicated, multifaceted choice. But the point is, Marzipan is like just the most tedious, kind of hippie chick. That you ever did conjure as a 90s stereotype, who nevertheless becomes more and more sympathetic with time as we forced to admit that, like, you know, maybe it's not tedious to continually talk about, hey, what if we stop destroying the world and letting billionaires control everything.
Yeah, there are some things that Marzipan says in hindsight that are just naturally, like, yeah, no, she's right. Yeah. But, to be fair, she is also extremely American-style liberal in a deliberately obnoxious way. So she also sucks.
That's
and
true.
is a
Oh, yeah,
bozo.
she sucks.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hey! I heard an ugly rumor that there's going to be a party here and I'm not invited.
Oh, that's not a rumor.
Good!
It's a cold hard fact.
Why?
Do you remember what happened the last time I invited you to a party?
Behold, I am Lord Barglebroth. Come for your souls.
Okay, that's
All
2 on the
will
nickname
kneel
count.
before
Not
my
wrong.
style.
Look out!
No, not really.
That figures.
That's such a good cut. That's good storytelling.
All right, here we go. Time to exhaust the boring dialogue tree.
Nice dorkerations, Marzipan.
Hey, I've been working on those for a week.
Weak is right. Maybe you should have tried working on them for a strong.
That's what counts as
Go
wit in
away,
this
strong
community.
bad.
Very funny.
I can't believe you're throwing such a big party for such a small brain.
Who? Oh,
He's
yeah,
not wrong.
HOMESTAR. Well, I was just planning to throw a big party celebrating my award-winning organic vegetable garden, but no one seemed to want to come to that. So I added HOMESTAR into the mix, and now everyone's coming. Almost everyone.
Thank you.
See, nitpicking something that's offensive to you. That's the little touches of, like, you know, extremely online argue boy.
That shrub out front looks like it's made out of the ugly sticks that someone beat it with.
Isn't it just the saddest thing you've ever seen? I'd trim it, but my head shears are in the shop.
The head shears fixing shop?
Well, Bub's concession stand, but he likes to call it a shop.
All right, then.
Hey, look at the invisible time. Bye now.
Bye, Strong Bad.
Another thing that's really valuable for this narrative is the fact that Strongbad can be just as rude as he wants and interrupt people because he's just a bit of an ass.
Okay, let's see. Oh, man. My map is looking a bit undernourished. I need to throw Bub's concession stand up here somewheres.
There's another running joke about calliopes, where characters will use a word they clearly don't know how to pronounce, but they know how it's written. So there you have an example of undernourished.
Or just mispronouncing things for fun. Like, I'm pretty sure Strong Bad knows how to pronounce most of the American states that appear in the
you
emails.
with the face.
And just occasionally
Tell your
says
friends.
Illinois because it's funnier, you know?
Peering guy. Hey. It's the cover to my long-lost Snake Boxer 5 man.
Oh yeah, this has hella mini games.
Yep.
If I can find the rest of this thing, I'll have the cheat code
Speaking
that
of
unlocks
retro
Snake
computing.
Boxer 5's
Yep.
super secret forbidden mode. Wanna buy something? Everybody wanna buy something?
All right. So I guess the next thing is, who's this bozo? This bubzo.
Oh, is it my turn again?
Ah, no, you did Marzipan. I guess this is my fault.
Yeah, who's this Bozo Town?
Well, this is the successor to Onion Bubs. Bubs. He is a particular type of guy, in that the type of guy he is someone who runs endlessly shady, dodgy corner store bullshit. Bubs is every kind of pop-up store and knockoffdom you've ever encountered in any kind of strip mall. Bubs is incredibly, indescribably, and needlessly shady, all in the name of making money, which, as far as we know, he doesn't have. Like, he's not rich, despite all of the constant conniving. He is also Coach Z's boyfriend.
I assume that's because of the authorities. Not the boyfriend part,
Yeah.
the wealth part. What's a strip mall?
It's a thing in the United States where instead of having a mall enclosed by, like, one big building, they'll have a strip of road with a whole bunch of storefronts built around it.
Oh, that's just a mall.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's in America, so they have to have a particularly unique way of referring to it, so everyone else gets confused.
So they have an upgraded kind of mall that's all inside?
Yeah,
Wild.
yeah, like what we would call a shopping center.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, or realistically, what most people would call Westfield.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Anyway, he's a big old bozo.
Oh yeah, he sucks.
Bubs! Strong man, shouldn't you be beating the snot out of HOMESTAR or something?
How do you know about that?
I'm your internet provider, man. I read all your emails.
See?
A perfect example. Thanks, Bubs.
There's a particular term in Australian slang, and I promise this isn't a slur, but it's spiv.
Oh, I think you were going to say dodgy.
Yeah. And Bubs is an incredible spiv. Just someone who is doing everything in his power to squeeze every penny out of someone else in the cheapest and dodgiest of ways, all while fast talking and reassuring you that, no, this is how they do it, like, in America.
Marzipan sent me to pick up her head shears.
She did? Well, that's just awesome. I got them all fixed up and ready to go.
Whoa, these are pretty sweet.
You said it.
I was definitely
Totally
expecting this
rebuilt
to be a
them with
puzzle
my
as well.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, puzzles will require payment.
Blade action
And there'll
and
probably be a
fasten
joke
to
about
that
how,
Guaranteed
now, this
to
was all
shave
paid
a
for it.
shrub
I mean,
smoother
this
than
is
a
owing
baby
on
violet.
collection. You know,
These
it's
are
just
way
so
too
easy.
poor for
But,
Marzipan.
nope.
I think I'll give him a test
Just a
drive
way to
or
get you a
10 before I
chainsaw.
give
Yeah.
him back to her.
What could go wrong?
It's one of the best things
Come back
about...
soon. They're always awesome.
It's one of the best things about this game's
Come
points of
back
resistance. Like, where doesn't it fuck with you? Welcome to Strong Badia. We'll talk more about you another time. Hello, little car.
That is an excellent nugget.
Hello, photo booth. Hello, box just sitting out in the
Wonder if
middle.
there's something under... Yes! So that's where I left my Data Boys polo shirt. I better stow that in my virtual photo booth wardrobe for safekeeping.
I have to assume that's a secondhand computer shop.
Probably. I think it's a place he does call center work. There's the stick.
Ah, yeah.
Aha. Here's what I was looking for.
This hedge is the disease, and I'm the placebo.
Placebo.
Now, that's a hedge I'd be proud to accompany to the Sadie Hawkins dance.
That's a reference to Back to the Future, I think. Or possibly Sadie
Ooh,
Hawkins
a
is
big
just a
pile
thing
of
every
head
school in
trimmings.
America
Can't
does.
tell
Oh,
enough of
well,
these.
look, I don't know how often it actually occurs, but I've seen it referenced in
Hi, Pointless
many
Wall.
American media. I understand
Hi, Pointless
it has a
Wall.
special name
Hi,
because girls are allowed to ask boys instead of boys asking girls.
Is America okay?
No,
Step
emphatically
right up and take your
no.
money for some stuff.
Alright, now we're not in earshot. Let's bother Marzipan. Oh, we can bother Coach Z.
Court George!
This could be good.
Hey there, you've reached the cordless cell phone, and definitely not the public payphone of Coach Z. Leave me
Oh,
a
I
message
misread that. It's
after the
pubic.
bad beep.
Hello there, Coach. This is Homestar Ruiner. I just think you should know that it was me, Homestar, who's been putting itching powders in your jockstrap for the past 3 years. Well, that should get me off the hook. But the creepy thing is, Coach Z's never actually complained about it.
Similarly, here's just a weird little wrinkle in this, in that, like, Coach Z is clearly a high school coach.
Yeah! Yeah, but these are clearly not high schoolers.
Yeah, it's
Let's see.
It's a beautiful
Speed
timelessness.
dial number 1.
Homestar?
Oh my
Hello,
god. I
Marzipan.
just thought,
Are you
if I go to the
alright?
wiki and I find out they put ages for
I
these
won't
characters.
fuss. I'm just out of breath from all the training for the race that I've been doing.
Okay, so when are you going to run this race anyway? I need to know when to take the curb wrinkles out of the oven.
curd
More like crud wrinkles.
wrinkle.
That's a Marzipan
Nothing,
statement.
Lamb-face. I was just saying that the race is about to start right now.
Oh dear, I better hurry on over.
Hooray!
I'll see you soon. Don't start without me.
Bye-bye. I'm Homestyle.
And hello. What's this?
And a secret bonus
Hey, where'd
phone
this
number?
one come from?
Step right up. I'm a crudely drawn cupcake. Don't forget your tape sickle.
That was completely meaningless and made my brain throw up.
Some younger viewers right now going, oh, those must have been some really deep references. They didn't seem to make any sense at all.
Nope.
Nope. Alright, talk to that whale.
Alright.
Hey, you with the face.
Where is the whale?
Wanna buy something? Everybody wanna
Well,
buy
it's in your
something?
map.
Not sure it is. Haven't spotted it yet. Photo booth. Box. Fence. Pointless. There we go.
There it is.
You can't get ahead until you get ahead.
How zen? Well zen.
Alright.
This day needs some more wanton destruction. Tomorrow, too.
See, it's not on your map yet because you... Oh no, you can move stuff around. I forgot about that. Best map system ever!
I can just stick that there and Marzipan's house there because we are best friends.
What do you mean the House of Strong is in the center of the universe?
There's no reason to do this way. This yields nothing. I'm just dicking around. Alright, Marzipans.
So, I mean, you got me. I just wanted to make you go
Taking
poke the
balloons, and I don't know
whale
why.
speaker because, you know,
Whoa,
fans will
these
know
are
that
some
that's
pretty
just a source of
powerful
random
balloons.
garbled
Feel like I'm
nonsense.
walking on the moon with these
Haunted
things.
drive-through speaker inexplicably existing in the center of a field.
Yep.
But it's also just like one of the best hint system in one of these games ever.
Yeah, and it works because in the narrative of Homestar Runner, that's a thing that exists.
Yeah.
Hands
And
clip power to the
saying random
maximum
nonsense,
thrust
except
drive,
when
yeah.
it's not.
The whole
Now,
joke
that's
of
what I
it
call
in
an inspirational
the
and
cartoons
unintentionally
is that
revealing
it's
piece of
just
art.
that drive-through speakers, especially back in the day, were really bad at being being intelligible, so they could say any old stuff and it was
Ooh, a
fun.
big pile of hedge trimmings. Can't ever have enough of these.
Proceed on through, sever your leg.
I like that we're all just doing this for no apparent reason, because
Right,
we never actually
stinky
encountered the need
I better pick a few
to,
in case I need to make an emergency stew later on or something.
let's say frame Homestar.
Yeah, there's nothing involved here that is necessary, and that's the thing. That's the thing I love about using Strong Bad as a central character. He's just dicking
what can I do
around.
for you today?
In
Nothing
fact, this
too
version of the
fancy,
story
Mr.
that we're playing through
Old-timey
right now,
Bobble
he's just
Strong
doing
Bad.
this for
Just a little
funsies.
bit off
There's
the
no
top.
actual goal here.
Anything you say, sir.
But it's not like he wouldn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoa, that went even better than expected. Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
That darn Homestar, as if I didn't have enough to do without pointlessly running back and forth. What the? Homestar, did you do this? Nothing to say? Well, fine, you party-wrecking dummy. I hope you lose your precious race to the end of the race.
They didn't have to have Strong Bad visible in that
Hate
little
to
scene
be
there,
you
but they
right
did, and
now,
it made it funnier.
Or would I?
Yeah, even the smartest characters in this show are very, very dumb.
Ooh, there's another patch of loose dirt back there.
Oh, so there is.
Guess that's exploitable.
I think this little patch of
Okay.
ground's already...
If only there was some way to dig it up.
Well, we'll get there eventually. So, at this point, Fox, I would like to take something of a minor break and point out that Strong Bad as a character is an archetype that can also be summarized as what Fox think is cool in a girl.
Look, At some point, once the 90s were done, and I got over the idea of skinny, angry, hot girls doing kickflips being the best women, I realized that the perfect woman is a big, dumb moose.
Yeah,
Who constantly hits on other ladies and is such a loser she gets completely turned
just
down.
endlessly fumbling all the way into oblivion. But yeah, like, if Strong Bad was a girl...
I'm just over here checking my
It's true.
email, and your breath smells real bad.
Okay, don't have that email yet. There comes a point where you have to answer an email for something. Alright, so let's see, what have I got at this point? I've got... onions.
Yeah, no email hints for you.
I've got the balloons. I've got the hedge clippings. I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I can go into ruin Homestar's day. Let's go partake in the race to the end of the race.
There is something else you're gonna need, but it won't be for a while yet.
To do the race.
To do the race, yes.
Oh, I just got a new email.
There's your email. You're jumping the gun a little
This
bit.
place, give me...
Fight or flight, Big Champ. No turning back. You made the sandwich, now step in it.
You made the sandwich now. I love this idiot.
Hey, Homestar, you want to know how to really win the race?
Okay.
How?
Onions.
Onions?
No, really. An old.
Let's not call them
told me
that.
that the secret to
Sorry,
running
Dad.
was using all natural onion deodorant. Simply rub it all over your
Look,
bad self
it
and
aged
feel
well,
the
but it is
fastiness
occasionally
flow through
extremely
you.
of its time.
Ooh, those onions
I've been
glide on
rereading
smooth and
Run for
clear.
One Half.
Oh
Wow,
boy.
thanks, John.
I like
I
the
feel like I
10
could
years
take on the
between that
role.
and this.
Yeah, especially if the world is downwind. Phew.
Wumble baby buggy bumpers. Wumble baby buggy bumpers.
Man, you stink. Not in the metaphorical you suck kind of way, but in the literal odors that could peel the paint off a tank kind of way.
Seriously, Strongman, I find that very unlikely. Great grandma's diapers. I better hit the shower again pronto.
Yeah, give me a chance to shield my eyes. Whew. If it weren't for my cheat-like reflexes, I would have had Homestar's nethers burned onto the backs of my eyeballs.
Ah, a Ghibli. There's another thing. Alright. Hey, Locker.
Yeah, whatever.
That's the first time we've actually interrupted someone, isn't it?
I think so.
That is another of my favorite things about this game.
Let this be a lesson, kids. Always shower with your clothes on, or someone, meaning me, will steal them.
I'm so upset by the revelation that means Homestar has been wearing pants all these years. I just assumed it was like a cartoon superhero kind of thing. Like
Nah.
he's wearing white boots and white tights, and you just don't draw the seam because that would be an additional line, you know?
He is wearing the shortest of shorts.
No, he's wearing a dress, really. Like, it's a shirt, right?
Oh, hello. I'm Homestar Wano. Tunes, games, email. Shut up, Homestar. Whoa, I even had myself convinced. This is gonna be hilarious.
And yet, Strongman's pants are white.
Yeah?
But there were no pants in the locker.
I think, Fox, you should send a letter to the Department of Animation about this.
I'm gonna document this on the wiki as an error. An embarrassing gaffe.
I can't believe these bozos in Congress would make this mistake again.
Strongman? Buddy? Oh boy.
Whoa, mama!
Bubble.
Gosh,
Oh, there we go.
one
Now
cares.
Pom-Pom has appeared on
Hello,
screen.
Coach
Yep.
Z.
He's
It
that
is
guy.
I, Homestar, and I'm ready to race.
Homestar, your head is huge. You're not on any of those illegal performance enhancers I
Here
hear
we go.
about on TV, are you? The rub? Are you on the rub? Is it the rub?
Me, Homestar.
Another form of
it
list
is
joke
too
they do in
loud.
this that I love is the thing, repeat thing, repeat thing
I
again
needed
because the
that.
person doesn't know
now
a
that you're
third thing.
finally ready to go, let's
Or a
begin
second
the
thing.
Free Country USA Triannual Race to the end of the race.
Yeah, I think I got everything I need to
as
fail
you're
this.
no doubt aware, the Free Country USA
Oh, yeah, you can
Triannual
fail for
Race to
sure.
the end of the race
Yeah.
is a race against time. Not only do you have to put up the fastest time against each other, but you also gotta beat the previous best time, as established by yours truly back in 1999 over there. All right then, let's get started. Pom-Pom, you're up first. On your marks, get set, and a go! Whoa, 5.3 seconds! Not only did that beat my time, I'd say that's going to be pert near impossible to beat. Ready,
Real great
Homestar?
coaching there,
Hey,
Coach.
wait, don't
Real
I get
great
any
encouraging of other
instructions
people.
or anything?
What do you need instructions for? You've been training for weeks.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've been training.
Alright.
On your marks, get set, go!
Don't we love Wii balance mechanics?
Yay!
Enjoy this mini game.
Whoa. Ah. Ah.
This amuses me particularly because I'm pretty sure that if you fail, you do have to complete it no matter how badly, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yay!
I mean, obviously you're not going to beat Pom-Pom no matter what. It's almost as if the goal is to do badly.
That is explicitly the goal here. I am dressed as Homestar to make him look stupid.
I didn't notice that until now.
What are we doing here? What's going on?
This was not fun with a Wiimote.
I
Let me
bet
just
it
say that.
sucked.
It did suck.
Speaking of things that suck,
Oh,
so Lord is French for heavy.
Speaking of jokes that deformed our consciousness forever,
Heavy Lord.
Heavy Lord is the name of my Clodsire in Pokemon Scarlet.
Heavy Lord was the name of one of our network connections.
I don't remember that one. But I do remember the Pokemon, and she's perfect.
Yeah.
Wow, Homestar, that was one of the
Again,
worst
great
performances
coaching,
I
Z.
ever seen in the
Uh-huh.
race to the end of the race. You should
If they
be
were
downright ashamed.
teenagers, it would be actually
Yeah,
the worst.
and embarrassed.
All the
Not
butt
just-
patting.
Definitely
guess
the
I was
worst.
just too clumsy, lame, and not cool to win.
You said a mouthful, youngster. Pam Pam, step into my office. We got to fill out a bunch of
Don't
paperwork
pronounce
before we can
orifice
send
like
the thing
that.
off to the judges.
Or pronounce office like that, you mean?
There you are, you insensitive party pooping pyromaniac. You and I are THRU through.
And don't think I've forgotten about your little naked escapade, you
Currently
currently
giant-headed hooligan.
You'll rue the day you exposed your giblets to a government official.
Boo me!
I love the giblets there is spelled with the
Well, I
J.
didn't get a
Yeah.
Kidding,
chance
it's
to
not
pummel
giblets
Homestar
like
with my
turkey
fists,
giblets,
or beat him
like
in
a normal
race,
person
but I
might
did
often
succeed in
use for
turning him
slang
into
for
a publicly
genitals.
humiliated criminal
But
fugitive
rather,
without a girlfriend.
giblets as in
And
likely
I
to
didn't
cause
even
the
have to use my
giblets.
AK.
Oh, hey, strong man.
Homestar!
A big game plot
What are you doing here
twist.
in my hallowed halls?
Arc
Now that
2?
I'm a publicly humiliated criminal fugitive without a girlfriend, you're the only friend I've got. So I'm gonna go ahead and crash here for a couple weeks or years until I put my life back together.
He definitely does suck.
Irony!
Hey Fox, what have you noticed about this TV? Looking at it.
You mean the fact that it only has it's got 2 component inputs?
Uh huh.
Oh wait, and the RF,
Yeah.
which is of course the only one that's actually in use.
Time for a few dozen hours of retina-frying entertainment.
Don't touch that dial.
Why not?
Look,
Have you seen this, man? The last seen streaking out of Coach C's locker room, naked as the day he was born.
It all happened so fast. One minute I was definitely not just standing around by myself, and the next thing I knew there was this high-pitched scream. Of course I screamed. Who wouldn't scream at the sight of all that prudy shower fresh
No.
swirling right towards your mustache? The King of Town has issued an all-points bulletin for the mysterious Nudnik and sealed the incriminating security photo in his
Excellent
Captain's
word.
Hall of Records for further studies.
Nudnik is a fantastic word. It's like no fun.
see, I'll never be able to show my face in public as long as I've got a criminal record at the King of Town's Hall of Records.
Actually, I don't think it's your face you should be worried about showing.
Oh, you mean my feet? Yeah, they are pretty big.
Alright, so here's our new problem.
Much as it makes me throw up a little just to think about it, it looks like I'm going to have to go to the King of Town's castle if I ever want to get Homestar out of my house. I think I'll put it somewhere far, far away from me.
Okay,
Where you gonna put it down?
right next door. This is the residential
Don't
district.
go there yet?
I've got to build a power plant.
I want to see what else is in the house.
Alright, well of course we know what's in the house.
Oh, and you have an email to receive, don't
do.
you? Yeah. You were here for that. What the crap?
What? How? Huh? You were just...
I shouldn't be as amused by that as I am.
I love it because it's a cartoon thing and the characters are aware enough of their cartoonness.
Yeah.
Put your hands up and back away from the Teen Girl Squad, Homestar. We don't want this situation to escalate.
Not yet, strong man. I've got to finish my 23-volume epic graphic novel zine about a really cool guy who wins the race to the end of the race and slays a dragon and starts dating a supermodel and makes his old boring girlfriend jealous.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
Go away.
How long will it be before I can use my drawing table again?
Oh, it might be a while. I still haven't figured out what to call my really cool lead character.
an element in all of this that I really love is that Homestar and Strong Bad are creative. They're making things. This whole mini game with the drawing table is about giving you, the player, a means to make things the way that Strong Bad makes things, and that's really cool.
Yes, I suppose that's.
Shut up. What's with all the cooking?
I suppose that's a good place to put a note for viewers unfamiliar with Homestar, which is this is a tiny little comic strip Strong Bad likes to draw about Teen Girl Squad,
which we made reference to in our opening.
We did, and only now do I realize that would have been very unfunny if you didn't know what Homestar Runner is. That's your problem, not mine.
What's this?
Dear Homestar, even though you thoroughly disgraced yourself at the race to the end of the race, rules are rules. Please
Such a
enjoy
good
this
coach.
lifetime supply of Fluffy Puff Gelaton, the official second place prize of the FCU TRER. Yours truly, Coach Z. P.S. Never show your giant face around my track ever again.
Homestar will
look
probably
at that
feel a lot
Marshy
better
logo.
if I get rid of this unpleasant
He's
reminder
so
of his
perfectly
humiliating
upsetting.
defeat. I know I'll feel a lot better. I love gelatin. I'm checking
I
emails from
absolutely love that he's just in all three rooms at once, because the
Dear
alternative
Mr.
would be
Stress,
making
I've
you
less
do
energy
these
and
in a
totally
prescribed
safe.
order, and
Totally
they're not about
organic.
that life.
Totally. Hey, this stuff's
Yeah,
Dear
it's
Total
a
described
type
as
of
bad
designer
boy up
referred
on
to
the
as
competition.
bucket.
Please send me a
puzzles.
free sample of your
Doesn't matter
wonderful
what order
product
they happen,
immediately.
it just matters that the
Great
bucket
flavor.
gets full.
Yours truly, Strong Bad.
Put another puzzle in the bucket.
Yeah, sorry for clicking through that, but basically, we got a spam email about muscle supplements and proceeded to say, yeah, this spam email looks trustworthy. Sure, send things to my house.
That's good behavior.
Yeah, it's definitely how you should engage with the internet, which is one of those other reminders that Strong Bad is just as bad as every single other person he deals with who sucks.
I mean, it's probably coming from Bubs anyway, who, as we just established, is reading all his internet traffic, so...
Alright, so... we can rerun the race, but I think I want to do the criminal record first, because it's funny.
And self-contained.
Yeah. Also, now it is night.
Sure.
There it
We wouldn't do
is.
this during the day,
King of
right?
Town's fairly penetrable castle
And let's face it,
fortress.
castles need
Somewhere
night.
deep inside its stinking, obstructed bowels is the criminal record that's keeping Homestar's whiny butt glued to my couch.
It says a lot about how white Strong Bad is as a person, that he can that Homestar needs to be that white to be whiter than him.
Take that, you bush
I mean,
league heads.
I guess he has
Hedge league
a
bush.
Mexican
Oh,
accent,
yeah,
technically.
That's much better. And check
I
it out.
don't know if he does.
Head
Say
Uh,
it anymore.
He has a cartoon character
Ooh, a
Mexican
big pile of
accent.
head trimming.
He has a comedy wrestler accent.
He like I just say, holy crap.
Yeah.
Let's
We
see
shouldn't-
now. Hall of
we shouldn't
cheese
derive
rinds,
any information
sausage
from
casings
accents in this
room,
show.
Grand chamber of milk sauce. Ah,
You can
here
make
it
milk
is.
sauces,
The
that's
Hall
fine.
of
Yeah.
Records.
This is a white sauce, basically.
Uh-huh.
Oh, crap.
You
It's
can't
the
make
King
fun of white
Town's
sauces.
Personal
You'll
bodyguard
rue the
slash
day.
mime slash poopsmith. The poopsmith. I'll have to be even sneakier.
Well, I was
than
going to do
usual
an
if I
introduction
want
for the
to get
Poopsmith,
past
but I
him.
feel like we don't need to
Lucky
after
for
that,
me,
because
the
that's
Poopsmith
pretty much
never
all the
seems to
information you
notice
need.
anything while he's in the midst of a good old-fashioned poop shoveling.
Yep, the Poopsmith is the King of Town's Poopsmith.
One of the Poopsmith's shovels. Score!
Oh god, I love this animation.
Sneaky.
Stealth Strong
This
Bad
is
comes
very
with
good.
everything you see here. Now you see him, now you don't. Only
So I
for
do very
cheap-ass
much
free
like the
toys.
Cheap is free.
privacy screen as well.
Cheap is free. Oh, I love me some cheap is free logos.
Look, if I were a toy bootlegger, I would just unironically put the cheapest free logo on all my like dollar shop toys.
But they're a real thing now.
Just go ahead and fucking do
By the
it.
power of the Brown Skull.
Yeah, but I'm selling toys at dollar shops in Australia.
It's
What, are they gonna
Arbor
come after
Day,
me?
Strongly brown.
Okay. Homestar's record.
Oh, what's in the next room? Oh no!
Hey, it's Homestar's criminal record. I'll just scoop it up and further along.
Oh no!
This is gonna hurt. Oh.
Hey, Don, who's that?
That's
Ow!
the
Looks
youngest
like
of the
once
brothers,
again,
Strong.
I'll have to use
think.
my mighty strong
Strong Mad.
brain. I should
I'm
probably
pretty
just
sure
start
he's the
doing that
youngest,
in the
yes.
first place from now on.
He's either the youngest or the oldest, and I can't tell which.
He is a giant square man who clearly has the brain of a child.
Yeah. He also rules. Like, of all the characters who are bozos and idiots and dipsticks in this game, he actually is, like, completely unironically a pretty cool person who's having fun.
Yeah, he's also a strong bad hench, but you can't really hold it against him. Because he seems very good-hearted.
Get plunged, trainee.
Okay. Whoopah.
Poopy's on the move.
We hide behind the statue.
Activate cloaking shield. Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll help.
I didn't draw attention to the shrub that was perfectly shaped like strong bad, despite not being one of the shrubs you have to cut, which I absolutely fucking love.
Well, when they do that joke in Undertale, it's genius, so...
Ah,
What's
well,
that?
Undertale must have stolen it from here then. Two properties couldn't have the same idea, like, congruently, obviously. Oh, you have to lure him out, huh?
Thursday, Nougat Day, which will be filled with rich, creamy nougat.
Oof. Oh, crunch. Dar, 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 dar.
Gar, 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 I love him.
Looks like I'm gonna have to
I
jump.
cannot dislike Strong Matt.
Strongman has a purity of purpose.
Yeah.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! It's a good thing Strongman doesn't have a neck, or he might be able to look up.
And this animation just delightful. With the cat paw holding of the boxing gloves.
Aha! Now for some
Which they lend
for-real,
themselves so well
uninterrupted
to.
cat burglar action. I swear, Gloves, this is the last time you'll have to touch evidence of naked Homestar.
Swipe.
Hi there, sailor.
The sensor bar is like
Run him off!
up around his neck level.
Well, the center block is his entire torso, and then
Well,
he's
I
holding
didn't end
the
up with
police,
the bags of
you know,
cash or the
file
bags
number
of
in front of his
cash-shaped
chest like a
diamonds that I
prisoner.
usually score
But
when I
they
cat
didn't catch
burgle,
him. Why would he
but
be
at
doing
least
that?
I
I know.
finally got my gloves on
There's a manhunt.
Homestar's stupid criminal record. Now
I
maybe
think
I
it's
can
just
get him off
censored, and
my
they
couch
chose to
and away from
censor,
my
I don't know,
television.
his armpits. His extremely high nipples.
Okay, next up, we need to work on the girlfriend problem. Which is to say, Strongbad needs to get his boyfriend's girlfriend back together.
What's this?
Oh, here we go.
Free
This is a
candy
great visual
coupon.
joke.
Do you love candy? Do I? Want to savor the sweet taste of victory long after the race to the end of the race is over? Then come on down to Bub's concession stand with the coupon and receive a free box of awesome
Flip.
candy. One per customer, void,
Flip.
where prohibited. I love candy. I'm saving this baby for later.
Oh, so good.
And then he just takes the whole stack.
Which I swear to God, I very nearly said, why not just take the whole stack? I love
Why
it.
so grim?
Few things make me happier than when a game just preempts
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
Really, really good narrative design in games is when a character is where the player and the character say something close to the same time as one another. Like when you say something in the play
Time
and
for
the
you
player
to sweat
character
off
says
a
it
few of
just
those
a moment
excess
after.
pounds, hedge boy.
Love it.
Don't fat shame a hedge.
Yeah, don't.
Whoa, what the crap was that?
We've done all the hedges. We get a trophy.
Ooh, a big pile of hedge trimmings. Can't ever have enough of these.
Now, what did you cut that hedge into?
Me. Doing a big flex.
Look at the hedge. Look at the hedge. Inspect that
That
hedge.
is one handsome hedge.
There we
I bet
go.
hot trees will be uprooting themselves all over the place to make out with Hedge Flex Strong Bad.
Hedge flex strong bad.
Does that count as a nickname?
We'll give that a 3.
Man,
that counts as a
rare
nickname.
Archipelagopolis turtle is heavy.
Alright, we put you in the middle. That's how this works, yeah.
So
Whoa,
graceful.
This quart of curdled milk is surprisingly heavy. Must be some curds.
Curd wrinkles.
Yeah, that's equivalent exchange, right?
I think that's how that works.
Coca-Cola.
Gelaton. Now,
Hey,
this
now
is
there's
a really
an
interesting
idea.
puzzle because this is
Everyone
something they
loves
do
gelatin.
in one of the Strong
I'll
Bad
just open
emails.
this
So, of course, when I
envelope.
got the jelly in the pool, I'm like, well, of course I want to try that. And, like, yeah, they
It's
made
my
it so it's actually part of a puzzle.
Ain't
Oh,
it cheap?
really? I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Take these 143 bags of powdered gelatin and get to mix it.
It's really
When
not a
it's
lot
done,
of bags
it's
for a
tons of
lifetime
fun.
supply.
No.
Gelatin.
Don't sing my song!
Ah!
Brain in the translucent marshmallow.
Wow, you're a mixing
she
machine,
is.
the cheat.
Excellently designed to be very upsetting.
Okay. So at that point, I think I've got everything done for this. If I want to try and rerun the race and get it. Yeah, what the hell? Let's give it a shot. I think I've got everything. Oh, well, I've got a... Yeah, let's go for it.
Oh, you'll be right.
Looks like Coach Z left the official tape of the race to the end of the universe, or race, in here.
I
wonder
didn't take
what'll
time to
happen if I mash
appreciate
this
earlier
button.
that this is a fucking VHS.
And smoke looks
Super
like my Q2
VHS
pie.
camcorder.
Uh-huh. I'm sure
Like-
Travis
Then
could tell
I'll
us the
just
mold this
This
is.
is like
Eventually send that
exactly
tape
the
off to the
fucking video
Swedes
camera that
and-
my grandfather
Bruce
had.
Jenner's poop socks. What
It's
the heck happened to
amazing.
my tape?
Yeah,
Without
there's a
fake
Caitlyn Jenner
tape for a
joke.
race, I got no
Yeah,
official
we went on
results.
that one against
Guess
them.
we'll just
Yeah.
have to
And indeed, the
rerun
point
the
that
race
Coach Z
then.
makes a reference to
Now, where'd
Jenner's
Homestar
Olympic
run off
career is
to?
meant to be like, wow,
That was
Coach Z
easy.
is weird and old.
Welcome to the Free Country USA Triannual Race to the end of the race.
I also
Wait a
appreciate that
minute,
he just
didn't I
fast forwards through
do
this.
a few hours ago? It's a long
Yes.
story. Okay, Pom Pom, you're up first. 1 for the honey, 2 for the dough, 3 to eat cheddar, and 4 to go. Holy gosh!
I suppose I should be
5.3
less happy
seconds
about the King of
again.
Town,
Ain't nobody gonna beat
because
it that
they are,
time.
like, a
Homestar,
lot of characters are walking
Eeny,
fat
meeny,
jokes, and this is
kidney,
one of
beany,
them.
Go.
But, I don't know, there's something about,
Cool.
there's something about the capacity
Yeah,
of
baby.
the King of Town.
Yeah.
Like,
The King of Town has nothing to be ashamed of and nothing to be embarrassed about.
Tired.
Hey, what do you know, Homestar?
you know,
Hey,
liking
beat my
food is
time.
definitely
Great
the
job.
subject of comedy.
Unfortunately, Pom Pom's
But
5.3
I
seconds
think
is
you
way
described him
better
at one
than
point
you'll
as being
ever
almost like
do.
an Eldritch horror kind of
Yeah.
Come on, Pom Pom.
There
Let's
is
go
something
fill out those forms for
fundamentally
the Swedes.
wrong with how the King of
Swedes.
Town works.
We're really go for some meatballs right now.
That kinda
And some
salvages
inexpensive
it
but
for me.
stylish
Yeah.
furniture.
Friggin'
He's a food monster.
boring physical
And there's an
superiority.
episode where
I'll
Strongbad
get
goes to
him
his
if
house
it's
to
the
hang out.
next thing I do.
And, like, Strongbad spends the whole time trying to make him feel bad,
Being
but it
Homestar
doesn't
for too
work.
long at a time could
He's
cause
just
serious
like, yeah.
brain damage. I mean,
I like
just
that.
look at Homestar.
Alright. So, I need to find a way to discredit Pom Pom, and I need to get Marzipan back on his side with Homestar. So, let's get some chocolate. Let's get some
Hey,
free
step
candy.
right up and trade your money for some stuff.
God, I appreciate the purity and the simplicity of everything about Bubs.
Hook me up with some of the delicious free candy, Bubs.
Awesome.
Once again, it's the same principle that, like,
Choco-Ops.
each of these
What's
characters
the crap or
has a lot of
Choco-Ops?
bad shit happen to them,
Chocolate-covered
but in ways that they all
organic
invite
packing
upon
peanuts.
themselves.
Chocolate covered
They're all pretty much responsible for their own suffering.
Candy is that?
And a component of
candy
that
that I
is
give away to
definitely
people for
the
free,
degree to
dummy.
which Bubs' scams are so obvious that you would have only yourself to blame.
One of my favorite jokes with Bubs that they do in the emails is one where he's running shell companies out of his thing.
Ah, yes.
And that means that at one point, Strongbad comes to him and asks him a question, gets a no, and then immediately asks the shell company that's also operating out there, because that's technically subordinate to Bubs, and asks Bubs, hey, can you give me something behind the back of old man Bubs? And the other, and at that point, because he's operating the shell company, he's like, yeah, I don't like the man. I don't like the guy who's in charge of me. Sure, here, let me cheat myself out of something. I snuck the glasses into the paint.
It's just like they're all committing really hard to a bit.
Yeah, and that is one of the things. Like, everyone here is a bozo, but some are more bozo than others, you know.
Sure, absolutely.
Customator.
And then there's Coach Z, who is so much the worst that all the other characters do feel kind of sad for him a lot of the time.
The thing with Coach Z is it always depends on whether he's being inconvenient or being pathetic. And he is and like they do that in fairly equal measure.
Ellen, don't do that for no reason.
Okay.
Seems like a perfect place for a montage.
Guts and Mart. This song is burned into my brain.
Right, this isn't original for this game, is
No.
it?
That went a lot faster than I thought.
Like, I got a shovel now, and there's all these places where loose dirt shows up, and I want to see what happens. Like, what's this thing for?
I mean, that's obviously for digging.
Well, then let me dig.
This might take a while. You folks might want to go out for a minute and stretch your legs, or read a magazine, or relieve your aching.
The stay hydrated of its time.
Yeah. Strong bad hydration bot.
Woo! I'm exhausted.
Alright, fine. Gonna stop with that then. Not gonna dig any more holes, even though I am effectively bound to by the law of my people.
Look, you can dig holes, you just better not turn them into pit traps without a reason.
Oh. Let's give Marzipan some chocolates, get her back in
What's
HOMESTAR's good
this?
books.
Do my squinty kingly eyes espy a box of scrumptious sweets? Oh, that was close.
Who could have predicted that this would happen?
That's delicious.
Eldritch Beast.
Speaking of food monsters, yeah.
Who would have suspected that the King of Town would have the good sense not to jump in a hole?
All right, then we're going to make Marzipan's place a little more dangerous. What was that, Fox? What was that? What was that sound? Did something happen there, Fox?
It
folks
was
might wanna go
my
out for
phone
No, yeah,
reminder going off.
Did somebody forget to
I'm
turn off her
exhausted.
devices as the movie began?
Yes, I did, okay? And I'm not going to apologize for having an alarm that reminds me to do my RSI stretches. Eat butt.
There's an entire strong bad email about not turning off your
Puts the
phone.
clippings on the hole. It's strong bad. It's strong bad.
Yeah, but I bet that was in movie theaters.
Yep.
Fit for a king.
And I'm in the comfort of my own hole.
See, that right there. See, that is exactly the kind of jokes they make in this. Alright, can we put a pit trap on this one? If there's 3 pit traps, it does make me wonder, like 3 different people we can catch?
Oh, it's bad.
That would be
Viola.
awesome.
It's also entirely possible that this hole is
Before, it was
completely
nothing more than a
irrelevant,
dangerous
and I just
hole in the
fell for
ground.
dumb things.
Now it's
I actually
a
wondered if it was
fiendishly
just gonna have a hat
disguised
in it or
dangerous
something.
hole in the
Yeah.
ground.
Because I don't remember that one.
I also understand a bunch of the puzzle, like collect 'em ups are only available in the very end of the game. Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright, hey, Bubs, I want more free shit.
Wanna buy something? Everybody wanna buy something?
You're being so good about not interrupting people this playthrough.
I know.
I'll take another box.
I hate it. I want more shut-ups.
What happened to the last one I gave you?
The King of Town ate it.
I threw it down a hole.
I
Why
kinda.
did not think of that? Here, feel free to throw this one down a hole.
Bubs
I
is
enjoy
perfect. Really, he's better than his boyfriend deserves. Alright, welcome, Matt. Here we go.
Just a minute.
Ah, chocolate. One of
I
my
do love
several
that chocolate-covered
hundred
organic
culinary
packing peanuts are
weaknesses.
like, as soon as you see that, you're like, oh, that's for marzipan.
Oh, look, a box of Bub's Fair Trade chocolate.
I love how they are shaped like packing peanuts. Like, it's a very clever use of the shape.
Homestar, it's marzipan. I want you to know that while I'm still a little bit sore that you burned down most of my backyard, I've
Who wouldn't be?
accepted your chocolate apology and am prepared to be your girlfriend again. Goodbye.
I always just think she must really be getting something
that must
out of
be
this.
some potent, funky, cold chocolate.
I think it's because she's an immense bozo. I think the joke is that Marzipan sucks in her own completely compatible way.
It's true.
Alright, now... I guess I do need to go back to the House of Strong.
I should imagine so.
Gotta check my email, and hopefully they'll have a... Hopefully I'll have something back from this spam people who are giving me free samples of extremely illicit drugs.
And, you know, don't forget to tell Homestar that everything's fine now.
Well, not everything's fine. I figured I'll do it all at once.
Strongbad checks his email. A cute fish dies.
What? Oh, hey. Total load
Dear
arrival.
Mr. Strang L. Bod, we're pleased to inform you that your
Strang L.
pre-sample
Bod.
shipment of Total Load Total Body Energy Enhancing Powder has found its way to our local distributor, Bob C. Stan, and may be picked up at your convenience. Thanks again for your interest in Total Load, Total, etc., Incorporated, whatever.
Alright then.
Hey, Mr. Tongbad, what's the deal with the little tie things on the back of your mask? Christine B. More like Christine D+, as in you get one, in life. You know, I was gonna ask you something similar, Christine. What's the deal with that giant nose thing on the front of your face?
I just would like to point out that here, D+ is a very good rank, because it's distinction.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't put a plus on the end, though, would you?
No.
It's a D or it's an HD.
Yeah. Though, I have been tempted occasionally to make it clear that, like, this is a good, strong distinction. But then you wind up giving people, like, you know, good, impressive D. And
Yeah,
that's
you're not
a
really
good thing
allowed
put
to.
Yeah. Alright, B concession stand.
Hey, you, with the face bubs! Strongman!
I tried to
My
interrupt him
shipment
then.
of Total Load, Total Body
slow.
Fitness Energy Enhancement Powder shown up yet? Total Load? Nope. What? That's so... Oh, wait, here it is. All right.
Actually,
Total
yes.
Load, the Total Body Fitness Energy Enhancement Powder.
You
used
know
by
that's just
all
like
my
we're going to save
favorite
on voice
disgraced
acting lines if we do it
athletes.
this way.
I would assume so.
Smell you later, bubs. Stay gold, strong man.
Alright, I have now my total load. Time to go back to the track and frame Pom Pom for a crime?
Yeah. That sounds like something you would do.
It is exactly something I would do. There's no reason I would not do that. That is absolutely a thing I would do. For no reason but the mischief of it itself, which is, you know, the fact that it actually achieves my ends is kind of a happy coincidence.
I'll just sprinkle some of this illegal performance-enhancing energy
We may have
powder in
glossed over it
Pom-Pom's
earlier, but
exercise
Pom-Pom
bag.
does suck.
Not that his
Pom-Pom
performance
sucks
really
so
needs
bad.
enhancing.
Like, out of all these characters, Pom Pom is the one who would have an iPhone
Yeah,
and be insufferable about it.
Yeah,
What's in the
exactly.
third locker?
that's Strongmad's lunchbox.
But I love Strong Mad.
Let's check out his lunchbox then.
Looks like Strongman forgot his limousine, but they're in space. Lunchbox again.
Limousine, but they're in space. It's so funny that limousine, but they're in space is literally a predicator of, like, actual pop culture of now. Where like, you know, they're all parts of, like, micro-narratives and whatnot.
There's a fucking... Well, I mean, not a cartoon, but there's a video game that's basically that with
what can I do
Journey.
for you
Yeah.
this fine and dandy afternoon?
Alright.
So, Coach, what do you have to say about all those rumors of performance-enhancing powders, juices, and snack cakes being snarfed up by your athletes?
What do I say? I say you got a lot of
Yeah.
nerve waggling your talk tongue at
Cheeky
me
little
like
ad
that.
for the
In
next
fact,
episode.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
searching
Very
through their
cute.
lockers right
I love
now.
that one. It's my favorite.
It's a reference to the Mercenaries email.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing in here. Next.
Is it also based on a
Ooh, that's
female?
a moist
Yeah.
one. Next.
Ah.
Hey
didn't
now,
even
what's
remember
this
that.
powder here? Great, strong sage goose. Bam, what do you got to say for yourself? Don't give me none of that bubble-de-bubble nonsense. I know the irresistibly succulent
The
aroma
annoyed
of Total
eyebrows on
Load
Pom
Total
Pom
Body
always looks
Enhancement
good.
energy powder when I smell it.
I love... I don't know why, but I love the fact that the cheats dialogue
it's
is
too late for
more
that, my
or
friend.
less
The Swedes will
phonetically
never
transcribed,
accept a
right?
guide
Like
from a
it's
contestant
just
who's
onomatopoeia
on the
for
load.
mwah.
Clean out your locker, Pom Pom.
But
You're true.
Pom Pom's dialogue is written out as like bubble de
Hello,
bubble.
Yeah.
before stang, Homestar.
Which is not-
With Pom Pom disqualified, it looks
Like that's
like
not
you're
actually
new
the sound
free
of what's
country
being said, and
USA
it's not the words that
triannual
are...
race to
Is
the
it
end
the
of
words
the
that are
race
being said?
champion.
Uh-huh.
Who'd have thunk it?
That's
Not me.
very
My
enjoyably
tiny
ambiguous.
hometown Wayne can barely think at all.
Well, let's get to filling out those forms for the Swedes. I hope the tape doesn't get erased this time.
Also, have we
Homestar,
mentioned
it
how
is
funny
my
it
honor
is
as
that the free
King of
country
Towns
USA
to
race to
award
the
you
end of the race
silver
is
trophy
administered
of
by the
ultimate
Swedes?
destiny
Yep.
For your spectacular
Unless he actually does
performance
mean
in the
root
free
vegetables.
country
Yeah.
USA
Which would be
triannual
equally
race
funny.
to the
Touch
end
or
of
go
the
in this
race.
place.
Especially since the King of Town made a joke about that,
Today
making
I
him hungry for
consider
meatballs.
myself the luckiest dork on the face of this earth.
And that's
Oh,
a wrap.
that's the
Where's my
soundtrack from the
limo at?
Population Tire
where's that turtle
8-bit
going?
game.
Uh-huh.
That's it? Where's the marching
Delightful.
bands, the hot babes, the endorsements? Man, sports suck.
He's correct.
He's correct. Bye-bye, Tattle. You did a great job.
Yeah. Alright, that means... Yeah, I think it's time. I think we're done. I think we have successfully unfucked Homestar's life.
You should definitely have let Homestar out one by one, though.
Oh, we're gonna do it one by one.
Oh, but now you're gonna jump around between cutscenes, right?
Oh, the pain.
Well, we're gonna do it properly. We're gonna do them in order, so...
Oh my.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Also, I love that this episode is called Homestar Ruiner. I think that's just a really funny joke.
Very cute.
Does the spell have one G or two?
Oh, shut up. Alright. Wait a moment, are you talking?
I think Despair has a GG.
No.
Say the line.
I can't believe we're sitting here staring at this waiting for that to happen. It's not happening.
Talk, you bozo!
Hey, take a look at this.
What is it?
It's the one and only copy of your criminal record, stolen by Awesome Strongbad out from under the King of Town's butter-stained nose.
I don't know
I
if
don't
Awesome
believe it.
Strong Bad
Awesome
is...
Strongbad could never pull that.
Okay!
If you don't believe me, then
You're right,
believe the
Homestar's on
all-knowing
his side.
wisdom of local television news.
Cats wearing clown costumes really do make a difference. Thanks for that important story, Mindy. In other news, citizens were shocked today when the King of Town's Hall of Records was brazenly burglarized by an unknown masked assailant. He took everything, cleaned the place out.
He's wearing a mask!
Yeah.
The king admits that he has no
It's gotta be me. I'm the only one wearing a mask around here.
crimes being committed.
I think you mean it can't be you because no one has seen
I'm
their
free
face.
to show my face in public again. And maybe the rest of me, too.
Nasty. Finally, the TV belongs to its one true master again.
Oh, dear.
Honestly, moments like that make the whole dynamic work.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it really is the reminder, like, these idiots are very strange friends.
Yeah.
Alright, now how are we going to convince him that he won the race? Let's see. Master of Deception.
This will require some strategery. Hey,
Like how you're
look at
doing that little lead
thing
in.
over there.
But they definitely already had it for you.
Well,
Hey, Dumpwad, wake up!
Dump
wait,
one.
why?
Dump
Oh,
is very
crap.
good.
I just had a wonderful dream where I won the race to the end of the race.
But Homestar, it wasn't a dream, see? You really did win the race to the end of the whatchamacallit.
I did? But how?
How should I
forget
know?
that race is the
Maybe you
last
were
word, isn't it?
sleep
Yes!
or something.
Yes, that makes
Good
perfect
Just an
sense.
immense
Well,
lack
looks
of
like my
commitment to
23-part
giving a
graphic
shit.
novel can wait for another day.
Finally! I was starting to think I'd never get to maim another badly drawn teen girl ever again.
Which again, just a reminder that Strongbad doesn't like girls.
No,
This is indicated by him having a boyfriend.
but in like a profoundly childish way.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
the pain.
standing in a treehouse throwing rocks kind of way.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is still not okay.
No.
But is funny
Yeah, it's childish.
in this
This is-
context.
Not interested.
There we go.
Hey, Homestar!
Yay.
Look who found your cell phone!
What would I want with a phone? It's not like anyone will ever call me again.
Anyone? Not even Marzipan?
Homestar, it's Marzipan. I want you to know that while I'm still a little bit sore that you burned down most of my backyard, I've accepted your chocolate apology and am prepared to be your girlfriend again. Goodbye.
The candy walked? Hooray! Wait a minute. What did I give Candy?
You don't remember? You sent me over to her house
Just
a few
smart
hours
enough
ago
to
with a big box
remember,
of
Yeah.
chocolate
but not
covered
smart enough
organic
to reject the
packing peanuts.
explanation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that sounds
setting
like
up a
something
puzzle
I do.
and then not
So
doing
what
it.
am I doing in your kitchen now with all this cooking stuff?
Beats the crap out of me.
And
I'll just go then.
you don't need
Yes,
to come up with an
please.
explanation. Just, we're
At
done.
last, the kitchen and all its 4-year-old condiments are mine again. Hey, do you hear
yes.
that?
Meaty
That,
milk,
my hot ladies,
milky
was the
meat.
sweet sound of HOMESTAR's tuchus being surgically removed from my house. You hear that, house? It's just
Game
you
solved.
and me.
Yeah.
So there you have it, Monsieur Manure, the video game. What the?
Whoopee! For he's a jolly good
I'll deny you oxygen to your lungs if you don't get out of here.
Immediately.
Hey, never mind.
There's an object
Hey.
I must acquire.
You have some kind of instinct that you might need that?
Yeah.
He's even more ravenous than usual. Almost like he spent the last few hours in a deep dark hole or something.
By the way, for all that I will make fun of all sorts of things in this, the King of Town is right here, right? Like, this is
Oh,
correct.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, Bubs? You hate marzipan's parties.
Yeah, but I love the stuff in your fridge.
Like the meaty milk.
Well,
Wait a minute. If you're here, who's minding the concession stand?
Ooh, I got that covered.
The Poop Smith. Whom Smith Poop.
What do you think you're doing here?
Thanks for throwing this Pratty. I love Pratties.
I'm sorry to hear that HOMESTAR took the race trophy from you.
Oh, it's okay there, Brongstrad. You know what they
Brongstrad?
say. Records were meant to be broken.
Oh,
into
yeah,
little
okay, fair
bitty
enough.
We're at 5 nicknames.
Oh, well, in
Still,
that case,
to
we've
have
got to
your
count the
one
strang
shining moment of
elbowed from
glory
the...
so
Yep, we're on 6.
unceremoniously choke slammed into the trash can of history by such a well-known loser like HOMESTAR?
No, really, it's okay. Oh.
See, you genuinely do feel kind of bad about needling Coach Z, right?
No.
Well, I'd feel kind of bad.
He sucks.
Yeah.
I thought the HOMESTAR victory
But
party
unlike
was
everyone
gonna be
else
at
here,
your
he knows
house.
it.
It was, but then some not very nice person torched most of my very nice decorations.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. It was for the greater good. The greatest good, in fact. You know, mine. You know,
Can everybody
HOMESTAR
else still
didn't
buy
really
into the
win
fiction
race
that
to the end
HOMESTAR
of the
did all of
race.
this?
I didn't.
No, it was me, in a totally knocked ahead from Marzipan's float HOMESTAR mask.
Oh, that's rich, Strongman.
They don't believe Tiny Legs could do it.
Exactly.
Alright.
I mean, they're correct. He couldn't.
No. So now I gotta get rid of everyone.
Let's just see what's in the old CD spinner.
Stopper.
Playing.
Oh, it's Strongsad's copy of The Best of Britpout, the 90s years.
Which you would own.
Ah, shut up.
Sounds like Coach Z has forced another one of his demos onto the world.
Here's a reference that's gonna come up later.
I've had just about enough of that. Let's see what else is in there. Oh, joy.
Not gonna let
That
Coach Z
copy of
freestyle?
James'
No.
ostentatious chamber music jam. I'd like to use this CD as a chamber pot. Mr. Dawson!
Strong Mad's the best. We'll see more of Strong Mad in the next one, I think.
We will.
Oh, what's this? The cheats assorted Latin rhythms.
All right, conga line, everybody.
All right. Well, that'll get me that banana.
That's
A
pizza.
banana peel. Sweet.
Some pizza.
King of Town must have been pretty desperate to eat something as healthy as this.
Bring the pizza. What do we got?
Normally, I'd be bouncing on these pizzas like to cheat on a wounded Twinkie, but I draw the line at veggie pizzas, especially veggie pizzas with olives and extra King of Town slobber.
Alright, up until the King of Town slobber, you were just in the wrong there, Strong Bad.
I don't like veggie pizza.
I love me a veggie pizza. The thing is, I just, like, there's always like 3 or 4 other flavors that are also really good.
I like chicken.
Uh-huh. Alright, so these nerds are conga lining back and forth in my house, and I want to get rid of them. So, obviously, with the only new item in my inventory being this banana peel, I think I can see what we're supposed to do.
There definitely wasn't another element to this puzzle where the chair needed to be in their way.
I love
So
the
you had
way
to
I
flip it
think.
open. Banana peels are well known for their bouncing effect.
That's what happens when you mess with General Flex My Pecs. That's me.
That
I sometimes
gets us
call
to
myself General William
6.
Flex My Pecs. Now maybe I can get some freaking peace of quiet around here.
Piece of quiet?
Ow, my
Like,
snot.
specifically piece of quiet?
So there you have
do get
it,
a keg of
Monsieur
melon hate out of
Manure,
it.
the video game
Already had
adaptation of how I finally beat the snot out of Homestar.
Was that keg already?
In the most direct
Oh, okay.
and least convoluted way. Man, I'm awesome. Eat snail, strong back.
I don't know if it's eat snail, but I love it.
No, you
French.
can't. Handle
Oh.
my style because it's hot. So please allow 10 to 15 minutes to get properly cool before you try and handle my style. Ah.
Thus we see the truest expression of the millennial, the need to have a nap.
I do
After
enjoy
sending exactly one
the
email.
casual detail of falling asleep on the remote.
Extended play unlocked. So, yeah, that's Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People, Episode 1, Homestar Ruiner. What did you think, Fox?
I really enjoy these. I think they did a great job of transplanting the sense of humor of the show.
I do think they're not gonna, like, I don't think that this has a really strong hook for anyone who's not into Homestar Runner already.
Oh, I wouldn't think so.
Like, this is a fan product.
Unless you just happen to, enjoy the sense of humor and this is your first encounter with it, like, it's hardly impossible. And I do think most of the jokes work without the reference potential.
And I do think that genuinely, this is a well-designed point-and-clicker, which uses a lot of the tools of a point-and-clicker well, like things like the bucket solutions instead of a linear thread, and the fact that the episodic nature means that they can just kind of, like, we don't want to have you, like, banging your head against an epic story. Giving you a bit of chunks is good.
The hit system,
Yeah.
I think, is also very good. I got you to poke the whale in order to show that off, but it's also true in,
Oh, wait, previews.
Sure. Ah, the flag of Strong
My
Badia.
long incarceration has taught me that we can never be
Which is
truly free.
Actually
until we
better at
reject
being
the
a well-designed
authority
flag
of the
that...
King
Okay,
of
if
Tao.
it didn't have
Hence,
the
to forthwith,
snake
I shall
in
only refer to him
cursive,
as the of Tao.
it would be an objectively better
As
flag
of today,
than like
Strong
90%
Badia is
of
its own
US city flags,
independent
for
nation.
sure.
It's true.
Onward to
As it is, it's just
Strong
another
Badia.
seal on a bed
Strong
sheet,
Badia,
and,
the free.
you know,
And it's
lives...
a less elaborate
Maybe
seal
not.
than most of them.
Yep.
And there's no gradients. And no outlines.
It's almost like you could draw it in Flash.
Osprey!
I love Strong Man. I love episode 2. In fact, I think the biggest problem with this game as a set is that episode 2 is the strongest.
Yep. Oh, well.
Which is not to say the others are bad. Just that it would be very hard to top episode 2.
And it's not like you're going to be able to steal just one episode, so steal all of them. Alright, see you in 2 weeks, everyone.
Bye, everybody.